Greetings, friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 32 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that healing, renewing, regenerating system a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, if you want to wean yourself off your meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we are here for you. We want to be your go-to resource for all things health and nutrition. If you have a health challenge you or a loved one may need help dealing with, if you have questions about our Truth Skin Health products or our longevity products, formulations, ingredients, 844-236-6010 is our number. If you have a comment or success story you'd like to share, we love hearing from you. 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on The Bright Side, please head to my websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can order your longevity products off the website. You can also sign up to join the Bright Side Ben team at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com for a one-time $25 fee. You can be in business for yourself. If you always wanted to be in the health business, I know a lot of you guys have told me that you always want to be in the nutrition business or the health business. This is a great opportunity for you. We'll teach you about nutrition. We'll teach you about health. We'll teach you about health challenges. And you can make some money at the same time. You can work out of your home. Make as much money or as little money as you want. You can work as many hours or as few hours as you like. Work in your pajamas, right off your home office. There's so many benefits to being an entrepreneur. It's not for everybody, admittedly, but if you like the entrepreneur lifestyle and you've benefited yourself from health and nutrition, please check out the business opportunity by clicking on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also purchase longevity products off the websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. You can also call the Bright Side Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470 for more information. All right, welcome back to The Bright Side. We've been talking about the nature of energy in the body, the relationship of energy, bodily energy, to health and disease. Energy is measured in the body as electricity. The body is a bioelectrical system, and the bioelectrical nature of the body, the biological electricity of the body, and the biological electricity of a cell is, in my opinion, a health paradigm that is yet to be leveraged maximally. It will be. Soon we'll recognize that everything in the body and everything in life is electrical. That's why nutrition is so important, is because nutrition really helps the body utilize electricity. Macronutrients, protein, fats, and carbohydrates are raw electricity, and micronutrients, vitamins and minerals, help that raw electricity get directed and channeled into the right biochemistry. It's all about electricity, though, and when we're sick, we're electrically sick. When we're healthy, we are electrically healthy. At the end of the day, how healthy we are, how not healthy we are, how sick we are, it's all related to how our body, how our cells are producing and processing energy. That energy is derived from the foods we eat via the digestive system, which turns what we ingest into little tiny chunks of energy. Our protein gets turned into amino acids, and then our amino acids get turned into energy. Our fats get turned into fatty acids. Our fatty acids get turned into energy, and then our carbohydrates, of course, get broken down into little pieces of sugar, specifically glucose, and also, as we'll talk about here in a little bit, into fructose. Those are the two main sugars that carbohydrates get broken down into, and fructose ultimately will find its home in the liver. Some of the fructose will get turned into glucose. There's a very interesting relationship, by the way, between health or lack of health and fructose ingestion. We'll be talking about that here momentarily. In any case, the energy that's derived from the aminos and the fats and the sugars, they go into the mitochondria. They're combined with oxygen, and at that point, they are burnt or combusted, at least quantumly speaking. They're burnt or combusted, and then that energy is trapped into a chemical bond. Chemical bonds, we said yesterday, are just little pieces of energy. That's where the energy actually exists, is in the chemical bonds. Think two magnets that are pushed together. When you push two magnets together, you can feel energy as those magnets are being pushed together. If you push them together in like charges, you push the positive side of one magnet with the positive side of another magnet, you can actually feel the energy. Anyway, in chemistry, that energy is trapped in a bond, specifically in what's called a phosphate bond, or ATP bond. Probably heard the term ATP, and ATP is called the energy currency of the body, and ATP is how energy is transported throughout the body as ATP. So when we talk about energy, we're really talking about ATP, which is the end result of glucose and fructose, and fructose and fatty acids and amino acids. Basically, it all gets turned into ATP from the action of those little tiny structures that live in the cells called the mitochondria. Mitochondrial health is now recognized as a key player in whether the body as a whole shows up as healthy or not healthy. If you're sick, chances are pretty good it involves the mitochondria, especially when it comes to cancer. Cancer is the classic mitochondrial disease, and making sure your mitochondria are healthy is one of the most important strategies you could ever use to stay healthy and to live a good, strong, long life. And there's lots of nutritional supplements you can take to support mitochondrial health. Alpha lipoic acid is one. I've been reading on Facebook about a product now that's being sold. I think it might be a direct a multi-level marketing company, but I'm not sure. But it's called NAD. You may have heard of that. NAD and NADH. These are being sold as supplements. NAD and NADH are also players in mitochondrial processing of sugars and fats and amino acids. That's why NAD and NADH are being sold as supplements. Supposedly, I don't know if this is real or true, but supposedly by taking NAD or NADH supplementally, you can support mitochondrial health. Alpha lipoic acid, copper, coenzyme Q10 is one of the all-time great mitochondrial supplements. And if you're on a statin drug, keep in mind, you will not be making coenzyme Q10 effectively. If you're on a statin drug, you want to supplement with coenzyme Q10, which goes by the name ubiquinone or ubiquinol. Statin drugs have a negative effect on the mitochondria. Statin drugs are bad drugs. Nobody needs to take a statin drug. If you're on a statin drug, you have bought the Kool-Aid. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. You bought the lie. Hook, line, and sinker. I don't mean to attack anybody or be mean to anybody, but if you are taking a statin drug, you have been suckered by the medical model and this stupid idea that you got to suppress your cholesterol to somehow be healthy. There's no drug you can ever take that will make you healthier. At best, you can mask your symptoms and perhaps some controlled defective biochemistry at best. At worst, it's going to kill you. But that's another story. In any case, if you're taking a statin drug, you should know that unless you're supplementing with coenzyme Q10, if you're taking a statin drug, you're probably not doing your mitochondria any good. So CoQ10, copper, magnesium, the B vitamins, alpha lipoic acid, vitamin C, calcium, these are all very important nutrients to take for building and strengthening and making sure your mitochondria are doing their business. Of course, the best strategy, the best dietary and nutritional strategy for supporting mitochondrial health is to go ketogenic. The ketogenic diet is a mitochondrial health diet. We'll talk about that when we come back from our break. And we'll take your phone calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. We'll be back right after this. Side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lines open for you. Call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470 if you want to sign up to join the Brightside Ben team or order any of the longevity products you hear advertised or recommended on the program, 866-735-2470. Of course, you can always head to our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. We've got blog posts, news stories, videos, as well as all the longevity products, and a join the team link that you can click on if you want to start a longevity business. For a one-time $25 fee, you can be in business for yourself and help spread the word about the power and importance of a good nutritional supplement program. Also, don't forget to check out our Truth Skin Health products, including our Truth Collagen Recovery Complex if you're pre-surgery or post-surgery, or if you just want a collagen building supplement that includes hyaluronic acid and collagen peptides, copper, lots of great collagen building nutrients for folks who are dealing with broken skin, traumatized skin, or just regular old aging skin. Our Truth Collagen Recovery Complex and our Truth Blemish Repair Complex for acne-prone skin are up at truthtreatments.com, as well as all our topical Truth products, our Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist made with fulvic minerals, and our original Truth treatments, our 4 original Truth treatments, Truth Transdermal C Serum, Truth Transdermal C Balm, Truth Retinol 5%, and now Truth Retinol 1% gels, and then our Truth Omega-6 Healing Cream are all available at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. All right, so we're talking about the nature of energy and health. It's all about the mitochondria in the cells. There's about 100, anywhere from 1 to 1,000 mitochondria in every cell. The mitochondria are the energy-producing structures. They take in foods, basically in the form of fatty acids and sugars and amino acids, and convert them with the action of oxygen. They combust them with oxygen and spit out energy in the form of ATP. Keeping your mitochondria healthy is a major longevity strategy. If you're sick, the chances are pretty darn good you're mitochondrially sick, especially if you have cancer, which is a classic mitochondrial health challenge. Pretty much all signs of accelerated aging and disease involve the mitochondria, and that means keeping those mitochondria healthy are very important. There's supplements you can take to support mitochondrial health: coenzyme Q10, magnesium, copper, calcium, alpha lipoic acid, vitamin C. These are all very important for keeping mitochondrial healthy, but going ketogenic is probably the most important mitochondrial health strategy you could ever use. That's why the ketogenic diet is so darn important. The mitochondria are burning sugar and fat primarily. The amino acids are turned into sugar. So primarily it's the sugar and the fat that get burnt by the mitochondria. Sugar is a very yucky form of energy. It burns sticky and it burns hot, and it creates lots of sparks, and it damages mitochondria. Fats, on the other hand, burn much cleaner. The combustion of fatty acids is a much kinder process for the mitochondria. And this is why the ketogenic diet is an anti-aging diet. This is why the ketogenic diet is an anti-cancer diet. This is why the ketogenic diet is the primary way to eat if you're dealing with any kind of health challenge. The ketogenic diet, when we eat ketogenically, we are supporting mitochondrial health by eating in a way that limits the presence of glucose in the mitochondria, that minimizes glucose combustion in the mitochondria. We support the burning of fatty acids. By limiting the amount of glucose, by limiting the amount of carbs that are in our diet, we support fatty acid combustion. We redirect the mitochondria into burning fatty acids, and the result is a cleaner production of energy and a much more sustained release of energy. And by going ketogenic, we also support the burning of body fat. Net result is a leaner body and a more effective production and use of energy. Another interesting and also health-relevant aspect of mitochondrial production of energy involves fruit sugar, or fructose. There's a lot of vegans out there and vegetarians out there who have the idea that it's somehow healthy to enjoy lots of fruits. There's actually people who are called fruitarians who just eat fruit. Steve Jobs pretty sure he was a vegan, but he emphasized a lot of fruits. Vegans eat a lot of fruits, and Steve Jobs, of course, died of fruit cancer fruit sugar cancer, also known as pancreatic cancer. It's not really fruit cancer, but it's pancreatic cancer, and the pancreas is the main organ that processes sugar. Steve Jobs died of pancreatic cancer, and pancreatic cancer is well known as the most toxic and deadly form of cancer. In any case, this idea of being a fruitarian, of eating lots of fruits, and even of being a vegan, or a vegetarian for that matter, who tend to eat lots of fruits, is unfortunately misguided, as fructose is a very unique and somewhat problematic form of sugar. Interestingly, fructose and glucose are almost exactly the same from a chemical structure perspective. The only difference from a chemistry perspective between fructose, fruit sugar, and glucose, ordinary sugar, is the arrangement of the components, the arrangement of the atoms. Nonetheless, from a biochemical perspective, tiny little differences in how molecules are put together can have enormous implications in how these chemicals are processed by the body. You can think of molecules as little words. Molecule can be thought of like a word. So just by rearranging the letters in the word, the atoms can be the letters and the molecules are the words. Just by rearranging the letters, you can have completely different meanings. Just like the word God, G-O-D, and the word dog, D-O-G, are made up of the same three letters, D, O, and G, but they have completely different meanings. Likewise, in chemistry, both fructose and glucose are made up of the same letters, made up of the same atoms. And the fact that they're ordered differently, however, makes these two molecules essentially apples and oranges, no pun intended. Just by rearranging the molecules, you get completely different biochemical implications. Unlike glucose, which can be processed throughout the body, fructose is primarily handled by the liver. This presents an especially significant burden for anyone who's dealing with liver disease. Remember, fatty liver disease is an epidemic. And you can't tell me that our epidemic of fatty liver disease is not at least somewhat related to the fact that we're all eating a lot of fructose. Even if we're not eating a lot of fruits, we're still getting a lot of fructose because industry loves fructose. Talk about that here in a minute. So fructose is primarily handled by the liver. So if you are dealing with fatty liver disease, you would be very wise to minimize your intake of fructose. 1 out of 3 Americans has fatty liver disease. If you're on a prescription drug, also you're burdening the liver. If you're on multiple prescription drugs, you're really burdening the liver. And again, it will probably be a good idea to minimize your intake of fructose. Our inordinate ingestion, or inordinate cultural ingestion of fructose far exceeds what the body has evolved to deal with. The body did not evolve to deal with a lot of fructose. Our human bodies are around 2 million years old. And the human body did not evolve to deal with a lot of fructose. For millions of years, the only place you got fructose was maybe, if we were lucky, we got some crab apples or some berries, and there wasn't a lot of fructose in there. And if you were a super duper lucky caveman 2 million years ago, you might have gotten a little honey. But that's basically it. We did not evolve to eat a lot of fructose from an evolutionary perspective. However, over the last couple hundred years, our fructose ingestion really started to explode, and especially about 50 or 60 years ago, which we will continue talking about when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Got lines open. 844-236-6010 is our number. All right, we are back on the bright side. Thanks for listening. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on our archive pages at brightsideben.com. Also, pharmacistben.com and criticalhealthnews.com and brightsideben.com for purchasing longevity products. And you can click on the Join the Team link if you would like to sign up to join the Brightside Ben team and make some money selling longevity products. If you're an entrepreneur, it's an ideal business opportunity, especially if you're an entrepreneur who likes the nutrition business. It's a great way to get yourself in the nutrition business and help spread the word about the power of supplementation. If you have benefited yourself, or you've seen people benefit, or your family has benefited from nutritional supplementation, now is a great opportunity to help pay it forward. For a one-time $25 fee, you can be in business for yourself. You can also order longevity products at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com, or call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470 for more information. Got lots of lines open for you at 844-236-6010. Got an empty board. Got some news stories here we'll read and keep reading if we don't get any calls. 844-236-6010 is our number. This is from Health Day Reporter. Medical marijuana may help MS patients. Medical products derived from marijuana might have a benefit in treating symptoms of multiple sclerosis based on reports from patients. Drugs containing the major chemical compounds in cannabis are associated with limited and mild reduction in muscle contractions, bladder dysfunction, and pain based on patient self-assessments from clinical trials included in a major new evidence review. The more I learn about this stuff, the more impressed I am by the medicinal properties of not just marijuana, but also the hemp plant. There's two ways that we can derive these medicinal compounds. There's two major cannabis plants that we can derive medicinal benefits from. There's the hemp plant, and then there is the marijuana plant. The marijuana plant is the one that's got the THC. THC is what's the psychoactive substance that gets you stoned. The hemp plant contains CBD, which is non-psychoactive. Nobody smokes hemp to get stoned. But CBD, on the other hand, the active ingredient, or one of the active cannabinoids that's found in the hemp plant, is unbelievably valuable for health issues. In fact, you don't even have to have a health issue to benefit from CBD. That's because CBD is a normal component of the body's hormone system. CBD is like a hormone. You can actually perform your own hormone replacement therapy by using CBD. And you don't have to be sick to suffer from to benefit from CBD, taking in CBD nutritionally. It's almost like a nutritional supplement. It's not a mighty 90 essential nutrients, but it's like a hormone. And CBD deficiency is not uncommon. You can be deficient in CBD. Under ordinary circumstances, the body will make CBD on demand. It will, and various cannabinoids as part of something called the meaning inside, the endocannabinoid system. The endocannabinoid system is a system in the body that produces these cannabinoid-like molecules for relaxation. And it has wonderful effects for relaxing the intestinal tract, relaxing the muscles, relaxing the anger and fear center in the brain, general relaxation strategies. Of course, when the body is relaxed, the immune system is built, so CBD can strengthen the immune system. And as I say, we can be deficient in CBD. CBD is derived in the body. CBD and CBD-like compounds, the cannabinoids, are derived from essential fatty acids. So if you want to build your own CBD and cannabinoid system, make sure you're taking your ultimate EFAs. Of course, if you're not absorbing your fats, if you have a gallbladder problem, if you have an intestinal problem, if you have any kind of fat malabsorption issues, SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, if you have messed up gut bacteria, so-called dysbiosis, if you have a liver problem, this includes a lot of people. There are millions of Americans who can be suffering from subclinical cannabinoid deficiencies. That is, cannabinoid deficiencies that follow problems with the intestine or problems with the gallbladder, problems with the pancreas, problems with the liver. Cannabinoid deficiencies based on not getting enough essential fatty acids or not absorbing enough their essential fatty acids and may not even know it. You may just have a little anxiety. You may just have a little insomnia. You may just have some depression. All of these can be signs of a natural, normal cannabinoid deficiency. Not normal, but a natural cannabinoid deficiency that's following problems with the digestive system. Long story short, not only do you want to make sure you're supplementing with your ultimate EFAs to support your endocannabinoid system, not only do you want to make sure you're using your ultimate enzymes to support your cannabinoid system, not only do you want to make sure that you're working on the health of your liver and the health of your intestine, taking bile salts, working on gallbladder health to support the cannabinoid system, but it's probably a good idea to be supplementing with a little CBD. And you don't have to be sick. You don't have to be full-blown sick. But if you do have multiple sclerosis, or you do have a kid with autism, or you do have irritable bowel syndrome, or you do have PTSD, or you do have blood sugar problems, dysglycemia or diabetes, or you do have glaucoma, it's almost endless the different ways that CBD can support health and can minimize the impact of disease states. It is just absolutely mind-blowing to me how this stuff grows out of the ground. The same stuff that we make in our bodies grows out of the ground. And just as important as it is to recognize the medicinal value of this weed, whether you're talking about marijuana or whether you're talking about hemp, and marijuana has its own medicinal benefits too, by the way, even though you do get you get a little intoxicated and inebriated from it. Some people like that, obviously, but THC has its own medicinal values. And so it's not only mind-blowing to me that this stuff grows out of the ground, the very same active ingredients, the very same neurochemicals, the very same hormones that are made in your body are found in plants that grow out of the ground like weeds. But even more mind-blowing is the fact that we've got a government that doesn't recognize it, that not only doesn't recognize it, but makes it illegal, puts people in jail, considers it a Schedule I drug along with heroin. Heroin and medicinal marijuana are considered to be, are both considered to have no known medical value, despite the fact that millions of Americans and millions of people around the world, and throughout history, countless millions of people around the world throughout history have utilized and leveraged and taken advantage of the medicinal properties of marijuana. Marijuana tincture, or cannabis tincture, was routine medicine in the 1800s. It was found in everybody's medicine cabinet routinely. It's been used in Chinese medicine for 4,700 years. Chinese medical textbooks that were written literally 3000 BC talked about the use of medicinal marijuana for dealing with anxiety and sleep. It's also a wonderful pain reliever. You can imagine how back in the day before drugs, pain was a really significant problem. Well, imagine that they found this stuff that grew out of the ground and it would reduce pain. It would relieve pain. It would be considered a miracle substance, and indeed cannabis has been considered a miracle substance for literally millennia. Today we're finding out that it's good for all kinds of health challenges and inflammatory issues. If you're in the longevity business, you know that we have 3 new hemp products, Hemp FX products that will be out. They're not out quite yet, but they will be out hopefully soon. A cream for pain, a tincture for sleep, and a mood-enhancing capsule, the Hemp FX products. All right, got lines open. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back on the bright side right after this. Okay, we are back on the bright side, and we have lots of lines open. We got a full board, empty board. Nobody's on the line, so we'll just continue talking about CBD and the lymphatic system. CBD is a fatty substance. So as I was saying earlier, if you have any fat malabsorption issues, chances are pretty good you're going to be you're not going to have enough natural CBD in your body, because CBD is made from essential fatty acids. So if you're dealing with fat malabsorption issues, if you've had a gallbladder taken out, there's odds are pretty good that you may not be making enough natural cannabinoids. So you probably want to take some supplemental cannabinoids. And by the way, because cannabinoids are fatty, it's probably a good idea to make sure you're taking your CBD tincture, taking your CBD supplements with a little bit of fatty foods. From the journal Scientific Reports, oral administration of cannabis with lipids, that is fats, leads to high levels of cannabinoids in the intestinal lymphatic system and prominent immune system effects. THC and CBD and all the various compounds that are found in the marijuana plant or the hemp plant are fat soluble. They're fatty. So not only does that mean that if you have a problem with fat malabsorption, or if you're not absorbing your fats, you're going to be deficient, it also means that it's probably a good idea to take your cannabinoids, your tinctures or your capsules, whatever form you're taking your cannabinoids in, with a little bit of fatty food and with your ultimate enzymes. It's always a good idea to take your fatty vitamins and your essential fatty acids with fatty foods as well as with your ultimate enzymes. It's probably not a bad idea to throw in a little bile salts, which you'll get in your ultimate enzymes. You can also get bile salts by themselves. You can also take lecithin, which is a precursor to bile, helps you make bile. The amino acids glycine and taurine are also important for bile synthesis. And using all of these supplements with your cannabinoids and taking your cannabinoids with food can help improve the absorption of these cannabinoid substances into the lymphatic system, which, by the way, is incredibly important for health. When we talk about fat malabsorption, we often emphasize the organs and the structures inside the body that are important for the absorption of, or the secretion of chemicals that help the body absorb fats. But we don't often talk about the lymphatic system, and that's too bad because the lymphatic system plays a major role in how fats are going to be delivered to the cells. The lymph system is like the blood system, except it's specifically designed for eliminating waste and also for the transport of essential fatty acids and fatty vitamins. If your lymph is clogged, you will be sick. If your lymph is clogged, oftentimes it will show up on your skin. Boils and acne can be the result of a clogged lymphatic system. Reading from the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation. This is published in the journal Cell Reports. New findings cast light on the lymphatic system as a key player in human health. Scientists at the Oklahoma Medical Research Foundation have broken new ground in understanding how the lymphatic system works, potentially opening the door for future therapies. The lymph system is a network of circulatory vessels. It has concentrations, which we call lymph nodes. The most famous of the lymph nodes is found right around the neck area, right under your jaw, actually, and the doctor will kind of feel around there to feel for swollen lymph nodes. Tonsils are an example of the lymphatic system. There are lymph nodes in the breast area and under the armpits that are associated with breast cancer. In fact, generally speaking, breast cancer is a lymphatic disease. Cancers in general most cancers, especially if they've metastasized, involve the lymphatic system. And working on your lymph is unbelievably important for longevity and also to reduce the likelihood of diseases. There's no disease state, chronic long-term degenerative disease, that will not improve by lymphatic drainage strategies. You can have somebody do lymphatic drainage on you, manipulate your lymph, and help move the lymphatic fluids through your body. You can also do your own lymphatic massage and lymphatic drainage by doing self-massage. There's lots of YouTube videos that will show you how to do a lymphatic massage procedure, and you can do it just for general health, or you can do it if you're coming down with a cold, or you can do it if you just are dealing with any kind of inflammatory health issue. Pretty much all inflammatory health issues are going to involve some degree of lymphatic congestion. You can hang upside down on one of those inversion devices. That's a great way to support lymph. The lymph doesn't have a pump. The problem with the lymph is, while the circulatory system, the blood circulatory system, it moves around the body via the pumping action of the heart, at least partially via the pumping action of the heart, although there's some controversy there too. The lymphatic system doesn't have a pump. It depends on our movement in order to push the fluids through the lymphatic system, muscular movement in particular, but also breathing. Moving the intercostal muscles, the breathing muscles, the respiratory muscles can also have a beneficial effect on moving the lymph. So hanging upside down on an inversion device, making sure you're practicing your SDR breathing, moving your skeletal muscles, whether it's full-blown exercise or even just walking up and down the stairs, can have a positive effect on the lymph. Really, dry brushing can help stimulate the lymph. A really interesting way to help stimulate the lymph is to do hot-cold plunges, or to do hot-cold, or when you're in the shower, to turn the hot and cold, go back and forth between hot and cold. That can have a pumping action on the lymph. It's a little bit uncomfortable maybe to go full-blown cold, but going from cold to hot, in the old days, they used to do hot, or even now they'll do hot tubs and then cold plunges, and then back in the hot tub and then back in the cold plunge. You could do that in the shower. That can have a nice pumping action on the lymphatic system as well. So making sure that you're moving your lymph is a major way of supporting the cannabinoid system, of supporting health, of supporting detoxification. And the more drugs you're taking, the more toxic your lymph is going to be. Remember, the unfortunate thing about the lymph is it's responsible for eliminating toxins, and it's also responsible for delivering fatty nutrients to the cells. And that means that the more toxic you are, the less delivery of fatty nutrients you're going to have into the cells. So keeping your body clean and making sure that you're staying off of drugs, prescription drugs or otherwise, is also an important and powerful lymphatic strategy. So if you're taking your cannabinoids, take them, your Hemp FX cannabinoids, take them with your fatty meals or fatty foods, and also take them with your digestive enzymes, and also make sure that you're working on the fatty absorption system of the body, which covers the stomach, that is stomach acid. Actually, it starts in the mouth. Fat absorption or fat digestion actually begins with what are called salivary lipases, that is fat enzymes that live in your saliva. So just chewing your food can support fat metabolism. And then once you chew your food, it drops through the esophagus and goes into the stomach. Fat metabolism or fat processing continues in the stomach via the action of enzymes as well as hydrochloric acid. And then it really gets going in earnest once the fat drops through the stomach into the intestine. When it gets hit with a big old blast of bile, bacteria in the intestine continue the process. Then fats get, once the fats are completely digested, the fatty acids go through the intestine into the lymphatic system. Fats don't go into the blood, they go into the lymphatic system. They're processed differently than other foods. They go into the lymph, and then they're eventually, hopefully anyway, they make it into the cells. And when I say fats, I'm talking about all the fatty nutrients, and that includes omega-3 fatty acids, it includes omega-6 fatty acids, it includes all the other fatty acids that are not necessarily essential fatty acids, like the palmitoleic acid, omega-7, that we've talked about, and oleic acid, omega-9, that we've talked about in the past. It includes fatty vitamins, vitamins D, E, A, and K. It includes fatty minerals like selenium and zinc. So if you have a problem with fat malabsorption, you're very likely going to have a zinc deficiency. You're very likely going to have a selenium deficiency. Both of these are processed at least partially by the fat system of the body. And of course, if you have a fat malabsorption issue, there is a good chance that you will be deficient in cannabinoids. In fact, not just in cannabinoids, but all phytonutrients, cannabinoids being a very important phytonutrient, but flavonoids, carotenes, phytosterols, all of these nutrients are again processed by the fatty system of the body, and deficiencies or defects in fat metabolism, whether they occur at the level of the stomach or the pancreas or the gallbladder or the liver or the intestine, can all conspire to make us deficient in these incredibly important growth-enhancing, immune-building, wound-healing, anti-aging nutrients, which is what the fats are. The water-soluble nutrients are important for energy, quick energy. The fat-soluble nutrients are important for long-term building and immunity and anti-inflammation and overall longevity. All right, that's all the time we have for today on The Bright Side. Thanks so much for listening. I want to encourage you to check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for all the longevity products. And also click on the Join the Team link if you want to start yourself a longevity business. For a one-time $25 fee, you can be in business for yourself and help change the world at the most fundamental level there is, which is the level of good health. Also, check out our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.